This is K.M. Weiland, and you're listening to the 67th episode of the Wordplay Podcast. I love my delete folder. Whenever I cut anything sizable from my writing, I paste it into a delete folder. It makes it easy to chop and hack if I know I'm not losing my precious words altogether. Plus, sometimes it pays off, because those words end up not being trash fodder at all. I made myself happy this week by being able to reuse an old chapter I'd cut from The Deepest Breath. Gotta love it when you get to resurrect your murdered darlings. Don't forget about the Winning Friday drawings that my blog, Wordplay, is hosting every week this September, in celebration of the October 1st launch of my new website, and the CD, Conquering Writer's Block and Summoning Inspiration. Rules of the contest are as follows. Each Friday, information about a new prize will be announced. To enter, leave a comment on the post. The deadline for each contest will be Thursday, 6 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. One name will be selected randomly from among the comments and announced the following Friday. Feel free to enter every week. This week's prize features another of the goodies I'm excited to begin offering on my new website, a year's membership in the Helping Writers Become Authors Network. When the new website launches on October 1st, you'll be able to join to receive benefits, discounts, encouragement, and direction in your writing life. Members will receive a 30% discount off all books, workshops, and other products on my website, an online consultation of the first chapter of your novel, the audio CD, Conquering Writer's Block and Summoning Inspiration, a monthly e-letter, a members-only monthly contest, and the 10 Habits of Successful Authors bookmark. To learn more about the Helping Writers Become Authors Network, stop by my blog at wordplay-kmweiland, that's weiland.blogspot.com, and be sure to leave a comment to enter the contest. Give your characters someone to talk to. The latest post in the video series on my blog explains how clever authors create characters for the purpose of dialogue. You can watch the video on my blog. New videos are posted every Wednesday. Meanwhile, enjoy this week's podcast, The Best Writing Advice. Because writing is an art form that can largely be learned, and because it is a craft that can always be perfected, most writers learn early on to study to show themselves approved. We subscribe to magazines, buy books, read blogs, sometimes even write pleading letters to our favorite authors, begging for their advice. We're always on the hunt for that one sparkling bit of truth that will transform our writing into something special. Of course, we learn pretty quickly that there's no such thing as a magic bean in the writing life. But that certainly doesn't negate either our search for wisdom or our discoveries of the gems. This week, I decided to conduct another highly unscientific survey amongst my followers on Twitter and Facebook. If you're not following me for updates, tips, helpful links, and inspiring quotes on either of these sites, you can do so by clicking the links or the logos in the right-hand column of my blog. A big thank you to everyone who participated. Following are some of the highlights. Description. Learn how to use all of your senses in descriptions, not just sight and hearing. Liberty Carty-Spidell. Revising. When revising, look at the whole manuscript and fix the biggest problems first, instead of starting at page 1. At the Daisy Harris. Read what you write out loud. Linda Yezik. Rules. Learn the rules so that you know how and when to break them. Rachel Smith Fernandez. Study. Read as much as you write. Shane Deal. Theme. Write the story. The message will look after itself. At Stuart Aiken. Voice. My J-School professor told me to always write the way I speak. It's the way you tell a story anyway, right? At Georgia Girl Writer. Just write. Get in the chair, or wherever, and write. Simple, but effective. At Eric J. Krause. Write first, edit later. Ruth Rockefield. Don't stop, no matter what. Even the best writers wrote ugly when they first started. Virginia Burns. Just get it down on paper first, while the thoughts are still flowing. The thoughts don't have to make sense at first. Just be creative. Marchesa Taylor. Ditch your inner editor until the second draft. Karen McGrath. Whatever you have to do, whatever it takes, just finish. At Valerie63. In a nutshell, just be brilliant. John Cook. And one more, for all you The Andy Griffith Show fans. I before E except after C, and E before N in chicken. James Lucas Brown. So what's the best writing advice you've been given? Agree or disagree with any of the previous advice? Sound off. And stay tuned for next week's sequel, Worst Writing Advice. Thank you for listening to the Wordplay Podcast. To read a transcript of this episode, visit me on the web at wordplay-kmwyland, that's weiland.blogspot.com, and be sure to listen again next week.